Good morning. It is day 34 of losing 60 pounds. Feel pretty good. Got some good sleep last night. Time for the morning SDF, sunlight, drink, food. Apple cider vinegar, creatine, Baja Gold sea salt. Makes your nipples hard. Breakfast, we're having some cinnamon raisin bagels, 11 grams of protein, sweet and cinnamony, and no high fructose corn syrup. On top of that, we're having some whipped strawberry cream cheese. Did you like that Icelandic Skyer?
I liked it a lot better with the whey protein in it.
With the whey protein in it?
That's what you put in it yesterday, right?
Yeah. On the side, we're doing 130 grams of Icelandic Skyer. 1 scoop of whey isolate protein powder. Half a tablespoon of chia seeds for extra fiber. Then going right into the lemon water ordered at restaurants. Might as well do it at home. Tastes good, has some digestion benefits. Filtered water so we don't get stupid by fluoride, and then get the chicken weenies into the air fryer at 400 for about 8 minutes. Perfect every time. Then we go out and get some sunlight. Morning vitamin D. Wait, try and, all right, after you just did yours, like do my other half. Just try it once. Because it's literally like spreading a cloud.
I think it's hilarious that you're just now finding out about
Whipped?
fluffy cream cheese.
Whipped cream cheese? Like try that. Way better for spreading. Not as good of a bite. You know how like this is like that thickness that you get?
Yeah.
You don't really get that.
Boy. I like putting in the work for those thick boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You do like them thick.
Always have.
In MyFitnessPal, since I pretty much had this meal, I actually had the same exact meal yesterday. It's super easy where I can just swipe to the right and add, and then boom. A Dave's Killer Bagel with 2 tablespoons of cream cheese, strawberry to be exact, 5 chicken breakfast links, and then honey and salt on top. In the bowl, we have Icelandic yogurt for 130 grams, a scoop of whey isolate protein powder, and half a tablespoon of chia seeds, totaling out to 825 calories with 72 grams of protein, 68 grams of carbs, and 30 grams of fat. Time to go rip the gym. Didn't realize that this shirt makes me look like Doug Hefferman from King of Queens or Mall Cop, but I'm starting off this workout with internal external rotations to loosen up the shoulder joints so they don't get injured. Starting with the back movement. Sorry for the glare of the lighting. Looks absolutely terrible, but I'm doing a bent over row. Normally the lower back is the limiting factor, but this machine has a seat on it. I did 4 sets of 8 reps, and then I moved on to some incline chest press. And the Smith machine is great just for constant tension. And I did a 4 sets on this. I did 12, 10, and then 2 sets of 8 reps, really heavy. And then I moved on to shoulder exercise. This is an Arsenal strength lateral raise. It's really good for just setting the movement up perfect with the arms and shoulders moving in the same pattern every time and consistently keeping tension onto the medial delt. I did 4 sets, 15 reps, 12, 10, and then 8 reps. For the second back exercise, I did a single arm, half kneeling, vertical pull down. This is one of my favorite exercises to isolate the individual lat. And I just make sure that I get a slight twist of the upper torso and a full stretch of the lat every single time. Rock back a little bit and just pull the elbow down to the back pocket. If you guys haven't tried this back exercise, it is literally like probably my favorite back exercise in the market. Try it. And to finish off the chest, I did a single arm flat press. This requires me to squeeze my abs really hard, and my body is moving, but mentally I'm thinking about not moving anything but the arm with the dumbbell in it, keeping the opposite arm straight. And I just worked up to about 100-pound dumbbell, and I did 4 sets of 8 reps on this one. For cardio, I did 30 minutes, did not want to do more than 10, still did 30. Did 5 incline and 3 speed, and then for the last 5 minutes, I slowly dropped the incline down by 5% until I got down to 3 incline, just for a minor cool down. Overall pretty good, and I ended up burning around 383 calories in that 30 minutes, but the total workout, I burned 1,115 in an hour and a half. Lunch is brought to you by Chipotle. That is a fat bowl. Jeez. They really gave it everything they got on this one. Water is turned off at my spot until later this evening, so don't really want to cook and have dirty dishes all day. So I decided to stop and get a protein-packed bowl from Chipotle. White rice, black beans, corn, pico de gallo, a little bit of sour cream, double chicken. I feel like Chipotle is one of those only couple staple places where they have high protein, clean ingredients. You can choose to leave the bull crap out. And it's pretty consistent and tastes good every time for a relatively low cost. I have been segmented it. I have 5 to 7 different tools that I use for my business. And so today I made a dedicated call with a company called Go High Level to consolidate all those into one. So it did take a few hours, but I hope it's worth it in the end. Then I had a dental cleaning, which went super well, but I always hate the dentist, before heading to the park for my second round of cardio. I did 30 minutes. My heart rate averaged around 105 to 110 beats per minute, so a little less caloric burn than on the treadmill, but still I got in a second cardio session, which is the most important thing. Been adding these second cardio sessions just to ramp up this fat loss stage. And then for dinner, again with no water, I didn't want to cook, so I ended up going over to Whole Foods. And yes, when I'm in public, I always try and crash out a little bit to make my fiance scared. But I ended up getting some orange chicken for 60 grams of protein. And then on the side, I just got some greens with a Brussels sprout salad. Sipping on some Olipop ginger ale flavor. These Olipops, I don't know, randomly tried them. Now, to be transparent, and don't judge me too hard, there have been days where I've drank. In the past 2 years, there's been days where I finished a 12-pack of Diet Cokes. Used to be a big Diet Coke drinker. And I didn't even really look into them. I didn't realize how much caffeine was in each one. Each one is 45 milligrams, so 450 milligrams of caffeine up until I was going to sleep. Terrible thing. But after going completely sober from everything for a year, I realized just how much Diet Coke I was drinking compared to the normal human. By the way, the best Diet Coke is straight from the source of Mother Earth through a McDonald's drive-thru. It is the crispest thing on this earth, but I haven't had one in a very long time. So it's nice to have a carbonated drink that just have maybe 2 to 3 of these a week, and they hit the spot. I'm speaking to this client of mine, and they have a wedding party coming up this weekend. And they came to me saying that they were drinking, in their intake form, they said that they were taking 7 to 12 alcoholic drinks in a weekend. They're like, it's gonna be my first one. We've been working together for a week. And they're like, what do I do? And I used to face this problem when I was starting out on my fitness journey. And I feel like we're not the only ones. So this is what I told them to do. Let's just do damage control from top view, right? So when we drink, we usually get hungry, and that calorie intake from just the drinking gets tripled most times by the food intake. So I said, work out in the morning, So it remembers in your brain that like we are active, we are fit people, we don't do non-fit people things. Eat 2 meals. Get the breakfast in, get the lunch in, depending on what time this thing's starting, which is around like 1 p.m. So that's enough time to get at least 2 good high protein meals in. Go there full. Show up to the event full. The stomach should be packed with food. I think where a lot of failure happens is the mental framing of dieting. Because dieting is a short-term approach and it just causes long-term issues, right? It is about slowly adapting your lifestyle to be a healthy person and change the habits that we have slowly over time to where it is a lifelong journey, not a 3-month journey and then back to the pre 3 months, right? A lot of habits have to get broken and it can be very overwhelming trying to break all of them at once and going from 100 to 0. Going from 12 drinks a weekend to none at a social event, extremely challenging. So I was just like, get the meals in, get the workout in, drink a lot of water, and it doesn't have to be from 12 drinks to 0, but let's try and max out 5, right? We can count to 5 very easily, and if we can stretch those drinks, put a water in between them with some carbonation so we're full, and think about it that way. So if you guys are on your fitness journey, this would be the recommendation from me is take this story and concept and try and adapt it into your life of like, what are you going really hard at that really isn't sustainable? You hate it. It's making you not even follow it. And what can you just like dial it back a little bit, give yourself some grace and still just be like 25% better, 50% better instead of trying to be 100% or 0. Because that stuff doesn't stick long term. And what we can consistently do is what we are going to get consistent results with. I realize this is coming from someone doing an extreme challenge of losing 60 pounds in a 3-month time frame, but do as I say, not as I do, because I am going to transition this out of this and I'm not going to be done filming, done working out, done dieting, done cardio and all this stuff in 3 months. Like it's a lifetime endeavor. I'm just doing a little sprint challenge. My sleep was pretty good last night. Some nights I don't have any dreams. Other nights I have insane dreams. Like 2 nights ago, I'm standing in this like glass terrace, like on a Hawaiian island, and I just see a volcano explode and magma is just coming straight to my face. And I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. Not real. And I check the time and it's like 4 a.m. I'm like, I have to go back to sleep, bro. I have to go back to sleep and deal with this. I have to go back in there and do damage control. And it just sucks every time. I'm fine with the nightmare if I'm waking up and it's time to actually wake up. But if I have to go back to sleep, high likelihood that I'm going right back in that thing. No nightmares last night as I slept for 8 hours and 49 minutes. 9 minutes awake, 2 hours and 12 minutes of REM sleep, 6 hours of core sleep, and 35 minutes of deep sleep. Lacking on the deep sleep a little, but consistently getting really good REM sleep, which I am extremely happy about. Besides the sleep breakdown, the main thing I look at is the heart rate, which dropped down to 40 beats per minute. Extremely solid. Love that number. That means that my body got into a full rest zone. And before starting this journey, like last year and stuff, my bedtime and wake up time was so sporadic. Some days early, some days late, but I have really locked in my circadian rhythm to where come 11 p.m. to midnight, I am out like a light. And then come 8 to 9 a.m., I am on like a light. And I really love it because that is one of the most key factors for longevity and health is the amount of time we're getting to sleep, but also the consistency of the go to sleep and wake up. And I really think the magnesium glycinate, 200 milligrams, I think, or micrograms of that, and the nose strip, the eye mask, I think they all like play a big part. Most importantly, I am just thankful to be able to do this. I am super thankful for all of you, and the motivation goes 2 ways. I appreciate everyone sharing their journeys. Let's just keep winning every single freaking day. Every day is an opportunity that we must not take for granted, and we just gotta If we're off the horse, off the wagon, just get back on the thing and keep riding, keep pushing through. I'm 16 pounds down on this journey, and I'm gonna start lighting up the cardio more and dialing down the calories a little bit more and speeding this process up. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.